Since 2016, our award-winning campaign Lighten the Load has encouraged people to start talking and stop the stigma around mental health. That seems more important now than ever. In our exclusive poll of nearly 1,000 Loose Women viewers, we asked, how has lockdown affected your mental health? And less than 20% of you said positively. So what about the other 80%? Nadia, it's just a testing time for all of us globally.
Really is, and as you know, I mean, Mark's been on the show talking about men's mental health, and so I was really, really worried about that at the beginning because he suffers from depression and anxiety, and then for the world to be changing in the way that and you know, we've had some really low times, but it's like with anything, we're lucky that we have that communication, so we've been talking a lot, and in fact, I think we've reached new levels of understanding with each other's mental health, but it's a daily checking in every single day. But so I feel very lucky in that, but where however long lockdown lasts, my thing is going to be the kids, because all of us as parents, how are we navigating our kids through this? You know, we haven't had a pandemic for, 100 years. This is something that we've never had to face. We can't ask our friends, our grandparents, our parents how to deal with this. And the level of disappointment that they're having, and you know, for Maddie, who's 17, this is where you spread your wings and so I'm very conscious of her mental health the whole time. How down is she? She got a gorgeous boyfriend a few weeks before we went into lockdown. So, you know, a lovelorn teenager isn't the best thing in the house. But she's dealing with it really well, and I'm just checking in with her all the time, because I think very easily they could slip into depression. You know what teenagers are like? They never leave their rooms anyway, do they? Unless you pull them out with something smelling delicious.
Well, you've obviously got older children living with you, but you've said they tend to just go off to their rooms, do their own thing.
They're adults, and I don't know if it's because I'm so independent myself that they just see that and take leaf from my book. But I'm quite happy that I know that they're in the house. But if I don't want to see them, then they just like stay away. But I mean, I don't know, your daughter and her boyfriend, you can always Skype or something, you know, to keep that going. But I guess it's a hard one for a new relationship for a teenager. But I can't sort of like lie and say I'm really depressed and anxious. I stay away from social media and in a big way. And I'm staying away from the news. I watch one news report a day because I don't particularly want to be even more bogged down with this figure of this death and that figure of this.
Think that and
I think that's
really hard.
That's what's really hard for me. So I just stay away from it.
I stepped away from that because it was becoming overwhelming very quickly, and also it wasn't factually based, it was opinion based, and it was hypothesizing. So we do the same in our house. We stick to watching the news and what is.
Yeah, for your mental health is to get up, exercise in the morning, and not watch the rolling news, because you just go into a spiral, because you're powerless over it, aren't you?
And we've also kept very much to a structure. So we treat Monday to Friday as a working week. The alarm still goes off early. We get up, we exercise every morning. I meditate every morning anyway. Then it's showered, dressed, and sitting at a desk. My desk for the first 2 weeks was a laundry basket with an upside-down tray on it, because I've been working from home. I know, Cole. Really? What bit are you horrified at, my desk or the exercising?
All of it.
All of it. I mean, I'm getting a bit stressful listening to you, to be honest.
Why is that?
Well, because I've kind of put myself, I'm a bit like Brenda in the respect I've put myself in a little bubble here, really. When it first happened in lockdown, we watched the 5 o'clock news bulletin with Boris, and that's all I watched. I came off everything, because leading up to it, I was literally going to bed filled with fear and anxiety about just reading everything, and a lot of which is out of our control. So I thought all I can do is I can stick to what I'm being told to do, and then just once a day listen to the latest news report. Now I don't even listen to that, because it's the same report basically every day. I'm just waiting for him to say when it's over. Other than that, I think what's been lovely is me and the kids have been playing loads of board games, card games, watching films all together for the first time that we've always wanted to do. And Shane got all of a sudden started doing this TikTok thing.
Right.
And next thing I was having, Mum, just learn this. And I was like, why? And he's going, just learn it. And then he was putting everything on. I mean, there's no need to show that. And this one. I love this one. It's funny.
No, thank you.
Okay, fine. Hey, Mom.
So this has been going on the whole time, and I forget that he's putting it out there. So I've no makeup on. I just think we're having fun in the kitchen. But yeah, I mean, sitting up and working and Monday to Friday. No.
Yeah,
Sorry.
well, we run our own business. When I'm not here, Nick and I run our own business. So working has to sort of carry on. And actually, but having that structure for us has really helped.
Yeah.
Because otherwise the days merge into one. There'd be no sense for weekends. So, but it's each to their own. And I think, Coleen, you've nailed it there. Focus on what you can control, not on what you can't. And just make sure that you are looking after yourself in your best way. Keeping our minds healthy is so important, and that's why we want you to pledge to be a Lighten the Load hero. So let's get everyone talking about how they're coping, because we know it helps. Pick up the phone, write a letter even, send an email, set up a video call, whatever feels right, and talk to that person who needs you. And let us know how you get on our website and Facebook, where you'll also find helplines that can support you. So let's create an army of Lighten the Load heroes.